Hey everyone, good morning. Okay, so I'm Karam. I'm one of the co-founders of Dabba. I'm really excited to be here because I think you guys have come to the right place. All of you know about crypto. I think we're a great introduction of the sort of heart and soul of hardware and DePin and how that works. So really what we do is we focus on emerging markets like India where infrastructure by and large is terrible, right? Whether that's power, whether that's weather, whether that's roads, things along those lines. It's incredibly expensive to build, incredibly expensive to maintain, and we know how well that goes. Now, I want you to imagine an alternative system and an alternative process where we could do all of this, build all of this killer infrastructure in a decentralized manner, in a way that's efficient, in a way where it's deployed where it's needed, and where people are gonna pay for it and use it, and the whole thing actually works. So building this critical infrastructure using DePin and the principles of hardware and crypto and everything else like that, that's what Dabba is focused on doing. So we're starting with building infrastructure in the wireless segment, in DY. Now, how does this work? First thing that we're doing is we're building broadband networks, and the way that we do this is we deploy hotspots where they're needed. What we do is we decouple who owns a Wi-Fi hotspot from where it gets installed, right? Because where it's needed is not necessarily where the people that can help fix the thing is. So anyone, anywhere in the world can buy a Wi-Fi hotspot, and it gets deployed in India by the Dabba network for you. The reason we're doing this is because 4G, 5G, everything is amazing in India, but broadband is garbage. Less than 5% of India has access to high-speed internet. So that's why we're starting with wireless. So in return for buying this hotspot and having it deployed in India, in someone's home office, whatever, where it's going to be used, you get tokens in return. This is the core principle. You're helping build infrastructure, and you're getting rewarded in the form of tokens. Now, doing this sort of thing requires a tremendous amount of real infrastructure work, right? It's not as simple as just buying a hotspot, installing it somewhere, and it's done. You've got to lay fiber lines, you've got to handle maintenance, you need to provide customer support, you need to get local permissions, and we do all of that. So when you're deploying hardware at scale, you also need to do the serious infrastructure that goes below that, and we're doing it at the base level, right? We're installing this broadband infrastructure where it doesn't exist. So a really great way to think about this, and what we really think that we are at the core is this sort of layer zero, where we've put in all of this connectivity infrastructure, and we have these teams that can deploy things, so we can provide a layer for other hardware projects and other DePins to sit on. Like, let's say you want to start a DePin project. Your biggest problem in life is going to be not only building the hardware, but finding customers and that sort of thing. Because we've got this layer zero built, you can leverage all of this infrastructure that we've built to get your project running really quick, right? We're building this decentralized system that anyone in the ecosystem can take part of. And this is not just stuff that we're talking about, right? Like, apart from the hotspots that we've installed, we are installing currently in the process of about 800 weather stations across India. I think about 350, 400 are done, and I think there's another 400 that'll go out and get rolled out this month. So through this partnership with WeatherXM, we're also not only solving the problem of wireless and broadband and that sort of thing, but now we're bringing in weather monitoring infrastructure as well. Here's a little video.
The world runs on sugar, and India is the largest producer of this sweet crystal. I'm in a sugar field in Maharashtra. The second largest producer of sugarcane in the world. In order to get the most out of these crops, farmers have to plan their planting and harvesting cycles around the weather, which is getting harder and harder to predict because of climate change. The solution to this is real-time localized weather data, and this is where innovation kicks in. This is a WeatherXM device. It tracks temperature, rainfall, humidity, and wind speed, which makes it a game changer for local farmers. And the best part about this is that we at Dabba are deploying these devices for you in India, which means you get rewarded for your contributions to the network. To get involved, buy now. So
you can learn more about the weather deployment at wxm.dabba.com. And I think this illustrates the power of crypto incentives and hardware and DePin, where as you start building out infrastructure, you're able to take tremendous advantage of it and build things on top of that as well. So let me just give you some stats about the Dabba network and how we're doing. We've got 11,000 hotspots live, all with paying customers across 3 different cities. We serve something like 60 terabytes a day, and most importantly, we've generated just nearly about $500,000 in revenue so far and growing rapidly. We're going to be doing our TG on Solana fairly soon, so please keep an eye out for that when it happens. Now, talking about partnerships, we have something really exciting that we want to announce, so I'm just going to share a little bit with you.
Hey guys, Nam here. I'm one of the core contributors over at Bonk, and I'm super excited to announce how Bonk and Bonk DAO are going to be working together with the Dabba protocol. So this is an opportunity for us to create a DePin and meme dream team, bringing together Bonk's super active and engaged community and all the things that they've been working on building over the course of the last 2 years, together with Dabba's real-world use case as a way to bring more people online and to get them exposed into the world of Web3. This is a win-win where both Dabba's hotspots are going to be able to provide the internet connectivity where it's needed all across the world, as well as aligning the Bonk token with Dabba's success going forward in the future. So this is a collaboration that's going to be able to bring real value not only to the users, but also the token holders and the supporters of both projects. We're super excited for Bonk DAO to continue to align with teams like Dabba going forward to be building good in the real world and to provide some fantastic and much needed utility. I'm very excited to announce more about this going forward, but for right now, let's bonk.
Yeah, so we're really excited about this because this shows you the power of utility, the power of DePin, and the power of hardware and deployments in markets like India where it's really needed the most, right? We're creating this dream team like Norm, one of the core contributors of Bonk, says, where we're taking the power of the largest, best meme community out there with more than 1 million wallet holders, and we're bringing hardcore utility to that. There's a lot more about this that we're going to talk about. We're going to engage heavily with the Bonk community. We're going to have quests dedicated to them. We're going to have discounts and a whole bunch of things. And there's going to be a lot related to Bonk Burn as well. So you can see that hardware and DePin is just the beginning. Building these layer zeros, building this infrastructure that really matters will grow beyond just hardware and that sort of thing and engage the broader crypto community. So if this is something that you're interested in learning more, we've got a little booth out there. We're also serving really nice chai as well. So definitely stop by. We've also got, as a little teaser, our new laser communications device. It's a ridiculous breakthrough in how internet access is going to be delivered. If you have the time, please come check it out. Thank you all for listening.